Hello and welcome back. I am very excited to show you my latest data pack for Vanilla Minecraft 1.13 Java Edition. I call it Void Storage, and it allows you to store stacks of items virtually as scores in the scoreboard. You can deposit or withdraw anything with a few clicks in the custom book I made. I went through every single block and item in 1.13 and added everything that could be obtained in survival. There are almost 600 items in total and over 1,200 functions in the data pack. It sounds like a lot, but the files are only 10 kilobytes each, and I was able to run it on an older laptop without more lag than usual. I wrote the Void Storage data pack because I wanted to start a new vanilla survival world, but I was really dreading setting up the item filters and storage banks. I realized that I spend a lot of time in Minecraft managing our inventory, but I didn't really want to set up a server with mods. I think the Void Storage will solve 90% of my storage problems, all from the vanilla client. It can be run in single player or on a server, and it should be compatible with mods running as well. To make this system work, download the world save from the Planet Minecraft link in the description and copy the data packs folder to your save file. Always make sure to back up your folders when you're making changes. Then run the function void storage init scores to create the scoreboard objectives. You will need to add 3 command blocks set to repeat, unconditional, and always active mode. These will check the vswithdraw, vsdeposit, and vsgetbook triggers and run the corresponding functions when any player has a value above 0. This is important because players in survival can't run functions directly. I put these commands in the description so you can copy and paste them. Now, run the void storage init players function, which will enable the triggers for everyone online. Anytime a new player joins the server, an admin will have to run this function. Alternately, you could have another command block with a button to let players add themselves. Now, any player who types /trigger vsgetbook will receive the void storage book. I wanted it to be easy to use, so I made the first 4 pages contain an index with clickable links to all the other pages in the book. In front of each entry, there is a minus and a plus sign. Click on the minus to remove all stacks of that item from your inventory and deposit them into storage. Clicking on the plus sign will add stacks to your inventory until you either run out of items in storage or space to put them. If you accidentally run the withdraw function with a full inventory, it will not reduce the number you have in storage. It will also tell you how many of the item you have remaining. If there is no number, that just means you have never deposited that item. This way, the value doesn't take up memory until you actually need it. In this version, I did not include items with possible tags. These are potions, shulker boxes, banners, tools, weapons, armor, enchanted books, tipped arrows, tropical fish in buckets, fireworks stars and rockets, explored maps, and name tags. I do have plans to include at least some of these items in a future release. I have many ideas to improve the void storage, but I don't know if these are possible or efficient enough to run on a server, so I'm not making any promises. The first thing I want to add is a way to display the quantity of all the items you currently have stored. You can embed scores into written books, but the number does not update after the book is generated, and I don't think it would be good to replace the book after each transaction. I will most likely use the tell raw command. I did try to make a custom recipe for the book, but you can't add data tags without using a plugin, which would defeat the purpose. It would be possible to remove a diamond or something from the player before giving them the book, though, to keep griefers from spamming the command. It would be nice to have the ability to deposit partial stacks, but I am not sure how to do this without writing a lot more function files. I would also like to add an option to withdraw a single item instead of the whole stack. This would be useful for items like the enchanting table and ender chest, where you would only want one at a time, and you would probably never make a stack of them. I might be able to add player groups so you can control who has access to the storage. Maybe you want to offer void storage as a donor perk, or restrict new members' access to fewer items. I could also make a function to convert between ore ingots and blocks in storage, so you don't have to pull out all your redstone to turn it into blocks and put it back into the void. I could even store things that aren't items, such as farm animals and experience. I have tested in 1.14, and so far the trigger isn't working as expected, but I will check again when they update the snapshot. One last thing, make sure you don't OP anyone you don't absolutely trust, otherwise they can change the values of these scores and make your players very angry. So what do you guys think? Would you use this pack, or do you think it makes the game too easy? If you have any suggestions or any bugs to report, I would love to hear about it. I read all the comments and I do my best to find solutions. I hope everyone is having a nice holiday. The best part of my Christmas was puppy sitting Sunny. She is only 5 months old, and look how big she is. Sunny's been trained not to go upstairs, and our Chihuahua Sophie figured that out, so she would sit on the 4th step and drive Sunny crazy. Thank you so much for watching, and have a happy new year.